Howdy gentle humans, welcome back to my channel. It's Diana Chu here at SlowGaze. We're doing a two-parter here today. So I have some Merit Beauty little content for you. This is a video that's in partnership with Merit. So I have some details on their only sale of the year today later on in the video, where I'll also kind of review some of my favorite products and just put them on my face. That's how I ended up looking like this today. On top of that though, by popular demand, I wanted to talk a little bit about how I stopped shopping so much, how I stopped shopping compulsively, specifically in the makeup space, but it does relate to larger holistic lifestyle change because people have been watching my latest declutter video, or my video where I show my 35-piece makeup collection, and that is from 2 years worth of decluttering from where I started with hundreds and hundreds of pieces of makeup and a totally different aspect on life. So I want to talk to you mostly about that today. I'm sure I can filter it into certain other videos later on, but just know that's what's ahead of you today. So if you wanna stick around, please do. If you wanna subscribe, please do. I'm also on Instagram, SlowGaze. Forgot to put on my jewelry this morning, so I'll talk to you about everything whilst I'm doing that. I'm also shooting in a different spot this morning, so I'm kind of weary of who's coming in through the door. So anyway, let's see how far I get. Again, what I really wanted to talk about was how I stopped shopping so much, basically. I do feel like I've come a really long way, a far way. I want to really stress how long this has taken me. It's not going to be the same for you if you're on the same journey. It took me 2 whole, very dedicated years actively trying to get off this rat race train. It wasn't just purging and buying more. It was a little bit of that, but it was just allowing myself and giving myself the permission and kind of stoking up that hype fire beneath myself by watching videos, by scoring websites, by looking for deals, to give myself the permission to just keep buying more because I thought that would change my life. And then actively trying to get out of that mindset, which is so attractive and so supported by marketing and all that. So don't despair if it's taken you longer than 2 years and you've been struggling with this for longer. Don't despair if you're oh my God, I'm just thinking about minimalism and 2 years sounds like a long time. Holy cow, will it take me 2 years to get through this? Of course not. We're all different. This coincided with some very large milestones, both in my life and in our lives, right? So the pandemic, that was a huge, how are we all coping? Where is money coming from? What is your life situation? I happen to be working from home. I happen to be making money. I happen to be in a safe home space where, I'm in a stable relationship where my husband isn't wondering why I'm shopping so much. I make my own money and I make more money than him, and it was I could use my disposable income at that time however I liked. So that was one thing. I turned 30 during the pandemic, so that was another life stage where I'm transitioning out of my 20s. I'm really focusing on what does my career mean to me. Then I quit my job in 2021 to pursue self-employment and to build my own business. And I really, really, really wanted to get out of my old situation, which is also why I think I was shopping so much, because I thought that would be the answer, but I quickly realized it wasn't, but I was stuck in that mindset. So I quit my job. How many people can say that? Not just pandemic quit, but really this is part of my larger career thinking and how I value myself thinking. It's a lot. And so on top of that, I think the biggest thing was quitting my job and reassessing my finances and learning how to be a self-employed person with taxes and learning what is a liability, what is an asset, why spending money and being frugal can be front of mind and help me with all of my life goals at the same time and lead me to a lifestyle that's very luxurious and exactly what I want. Whereas the opposite was, how can I not think about money? How can I deny how much money I was spending, but make the products and the material the lifestyle. Really shifted and read through so many financial books. A lot of them were not so good. A lot of them were okay. A lot of them helped me like with a little bit of like financial language. A lot of them helped me just rethink about money. It made me not think that money was scary. It made me really want to focus on, how to reprioritize. So whilst this money idea was forming my head, I was also decluttering and being very intentional with who I wanted to be in my 30s, you know? And so that was a lot of Pinterest boarding, a lot of vision boarding, a lot of writing about who I was, what made me feel comfortable in my skin. Turns out it's like a dark linen shirt and a little bit of gold jewelry, just a little bit, and then rings. Like that really made me happy. But mascara, putting that on didn't make me happy. Wearing a skirt did not make me happy, you know? And saying like, hey, that's okay. Good that you know who you are. Do more of the things that you like and do less of the things you don't was huge permission. Thankful for that time to be kind of in a crisis mode, to figure some things out and restructure my priorities. And with that, I also had a no-buy year where I wasn't buying makeup, which was hard because I felt like I would keep like making progress, not want to shop, and then I would want to shop, and then not want to shop and would want to shop. So it was very like off on, off on, off on, off on, until finally I think I like strengthened my muscles of control against shopping to the point, especially makeup, right? We're talking makeup shopping, to the point where I was like, this is pointless. I'm chasing my tail and this doesn't feel good and I'm tired of it. And finally I made a breakthrough. It took like, I don't know, 6 months into my no-buy year already, after I quit my job, after I was like focused on other stuff. I was just busier too. Nothing I can just like say, yeah, this is what you need to do, but I do think all of this is tied up to lifestyle and how you value your time and your money. I will recommend, I think it's by Vicki Robin, this book called like Making a Dying, or how to, maybe I should just look it up. It has something to do with like her verbiage of like making a dying. So let me just see, making a dying instead of making a living. I'll link it down below if I can find it. That really was like a financial book, but easy to understand, but also like how much money do you really need to make in order to retire? That was pretty interesting. Oh gosh, there's like, is it like Marilyn Beck? Okay, well I'm gonna go into like a book hole for a second, pop down my like favorite recommendations for financial focused books and kind of like lifestyle books about forgiving yourself and focusing on, your true visions. My Pinterest board is really important to me. I know that's, again, a very millennial thing to say because I'm not on TikTok or anything like that. Having some sort of, even if it's a folder on your laptop, having a folder of saved images, what you're liking, but also who you like. I have a Pinterest board called like One Outfit Forever, like what I would wear every day forever if I could. Really one way to like solidify your aesthetic, at least right now. You can revisit it. You can change it up. You can have very different folders for very different times in your life. But right now I can tell that I'm only pinning things that all look kind of the same, trying to establish a uniform, trying to establish what makes me feel the most confident in my own skin and presenting as me. Part of that is not just wardrobe, right? It's makeup, how you style your hair, how much effort you want to put into matching your jewelry. These things that are baked into the narrative, right? Like wearing lipstick is okay. Wearing mascara every day is going to brighten your eyes, you know? Caring about your skin, caring about your perfume. Like there's so much tied up into it. It's okay to let some of that go. Like I just don't care about certain things. Like I don't care about how my hair is. I can literally cut it off right now and be fine. Give yourself some permission to like have fun with it. Like I have blush, even though I don't wear blush really anymore. I have glitter that I want to put all over my face sometimes, just in a little tube, and that makes me happy. Not about austerity without intention. It's not about a monkish existence. It's also tied in a little bit to the environment and just understanding that now that the makeup industry and the beauty industry is literally an industry and it's booming on top of fast fashion and all of this, slowing down is a radical idea it's been around, but to actually practice slowing down and gazing inwards can be just a radical anti-capitalism experience sometimes. Yes, I'm going to be throwing out some, hey, let's go shopping at meritbeauty.com content in a second here in the frame of intentionalism. So if that's for you, keep watching. If not, that's fine. You can come back, subscribe, and just like hang out for a different video. But I'm gonna be sharing some of my favorite products from Merit because I like the products. It's something that I've built into kind of my own curated 35-piece makeup collection. I'll tell you why I like them so much in just a sec here. So let me check out these books, link them down below, and then let's transition into like telling you about what I put on my face today. I will say that it's been, you know, I don't know, 20 minutes now since I've applied my makeup, and I'm still looking pretty dewy and lit because of, I think, the Great Skin Serum. But on top of that, I have like some really balmy, lovely bits. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you like hearing my story. If I didn't cover exactly what you wanted me to cover, just ask questions down below. And if I don't reply right away, just know that I see and read every single comment. So hopefully you're having a really lovely day, and let's get into the next part of this video. Okay, so part of why I'm doing this video today is because I have a partnership with Merit, and Merit Beauty is doing their only sale of the year. I think that's a pretty great thing, especially if you've been wanting to snag one of these signature bags. They're corduroy, they're really cute. They're this ochre, mustardy, like very 70s color that's come back into style. You can shop 20% off like any of their items on their website, and you could also get a bag if it's your first purchase. And I also have like a little affiliate link that if you want to support this channel in a different way, if you shop through my link, which is in the description box below, if you click through and shop the site and get your sales and your deals, I'll get a little kickback commission for whatever. But that's all the things that I, want to tell you about if you're excited about shopping Merit Beauty, which honestly, these are all things that I would repurchase. I do not want to encourage you specifically if you are not in that safe headspace. And if you're struggling with overconsumption, I've been there and I know what that's like, so don't feel pressured by this. I'm just telling you that if you are ready and excited to try something from Merit, I would recommend some stuff from them. Everything I put on my face today, but also, check out their lip products. Let me tell you the details real quick. So 20% off site-wide, right? But there's like daily doorbusters, that kind of thing, where there's like a rotating deal every day. November 21st, this is all like a US company, so kind of on US time. That's when the deals start, and then it runs through Monday, November 28th. So you have a solid week of shopping. Merit Beauty feels kind of like Kate, New York, the KHAITE brand, runoff, Scandy Cool, minimalism that's been repackaged into this like pseudo 90s like revival. And Merit is definitely part of that resurgence. Very muted tones, these gold little details, this like very curated set of essentials. That's my little Merit spiel, but do check out my description box for like every item I put on my face today. Actually traveling this morning. We're headed to Detroit to see some friends. I got my little signature Merit makeup bag, which I think comes with, your first purchase on meritbeauty.com. I literally use it for everything. Some of my toiletries in here. Yeah, we're traveling, so I'm in a different spot. Really exciting. I'm gonna see some friends that I haven't seen in a couple years, maybe. I have a business meeting plan. So I'm just gonna put on this like Great Skin Hydrating Serum, I think is what it's called. Literally just pressing it into my skin and I feel more awake. I really love this, especially for a non-makeup person. Today we're kind of going all out because why not? I don't wear that much makeup anymore. I think I've said this already. This is the shade Ochre. This is one of kind of the best shade matches that I have. You can barely tell that I'm putting like makeup on my skin. It's one of those things where, yeah, you can see the marks right now, like under my nose, especially because there's a little redness after coming out of the shower. Once it's blended in like a snap, seamless. What I love about this formula too is that it's just really thin. It's thin, but it conceals. It's not too thick. It doesn't make me look like I'm wearing makeup, which is also part of, I guess, the aesthetic. Then comes to the like fun, cheeky parts. These are kind of my favorite bits. I still put in highlighter whenever I need a perk up. That's actually like between highlighter and bronzer. Those are my two like really exciting pieces. So we have Bounce. We have the shade Clay, which I might not put too much on. I think between this and some blush, my face is looking very radiant already, so I'm not gonna go like crazy. And then Terracotta. See, it's barely there. It's kind of like the color that my cheeks want to flush already. It's just adding a little bit of health back. Oh, I like that. I miss wearing blush a little bit. After starting like Merit, especially because everything is kind of a balm or silky or really lightweight, I've really gotten back into using fingers. And then finally I'm going in with the black brown volumizing brow pomade, which is kind of my secret weapon. I shouldn't say weapon. Weapon is so violent. It's my secret lifter. I don't wear mascara anymore pretty much unless it's like a very special occasion. So this in effect, like my brows are my eyelashes. I like that there's been a resurgence of the 90s in fashion, the 90s in like the Y2K kind of movement, but moving back into kind of minimalism. It's happened before in so many different like iterations and countries, but like in recent memory, I would say the 90s had Calvin Klein and Jill Sander and Minimalist and like this more austere androgyny that kind of led into grunge and like just kind of counteracting the maximalism of the 80s. And I'm here for it. So yeah, these are the products that I'm kind of working with today. It's really not that much. Like if all of this makeup went away and I really needed to feel confident and sexy, again, I would just get this. This is kind of fastly becoming also a secret. Not a secret weapon, but a secret. I would repurchase this. Same with this. The highlighter in Bounce specifically. Definitely get the brow pomade. My top recommendations plus the Merit brush, which I just don't happen to be carrying with me today because of travels. Yeah, we'll see you on the next video. Adios.